United States is trying to pull Russia into an armed conflict over Ukraine as a pretext for stiffer sanctions. His comments at a news conference in Moscow this evening with Prime Minister Viktor Orban of Hungary were his first since December. He said Ukraine joining NATO would be an existential threat not just to Russia, but to world peace.
The United States' most important goal is to contain Russia. That's the thing. In this sense, Ukraine itself is just a tool to achieve this goal. This can be done in different ways. One of them is to draw us into some armed conflict.
Boris Johnson was in Kiev, a timely distraction from all the troubles at home. But on this issue, the Prime Minister has received plaudits, not just from his host, the Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. Mr. Johnson said President Putin was holding a gun to Ukraine's head. We are not, he said, exaggerating the threat.
The Ukrainian army will fight, and there are 200,000 men and women under arms in Ukraine. They will put up a very, very fierce and bloody resistance. And I think that parents, mothers in Russia should reflect on that fact, and I hope very much that President Putin steps back from the path of conflict and that we engage in dialogue.
Mr. Johnson said the Kremlin's ambitions extend beyond Ukraine. We must think of Georgia and Moldova, he said. The Ukrainian president agreed. A war here, he said, will have implications well beyond our borders.
Unfortunately, there will be a tragedy in case of powerful escalation against our state. And therefore I'm being very open. This is not going to be a war of Ukraine and Russia. This is going to be a European war, a full-fledged war, because no one is going to give away territories and people any longer.
We'll start tonight in Kiev. Our chief international correspondent, Lise Doucet, is there for us. Lise, we still have this conflicting narrative between Washington and Kiev about the imminent nature of the invasion and what President Putin's intentions may be. Did we get any more information from President Zelensky tonight at that press conference?
He really didn't go down that road tonight. He very much was at one with Prime Minister Boris Johnson in emphasizing the threat posed by Russia, and he emphasized the point he made last week as well, that if there is to be a war between Ukraine and Russia, it would not just be